my God. Hey, everybody. This is Laurence, Champion Your Gifted Child. Today, we're coming on live because we have a special guest. Hi, Leah. How are you?
Hi everyone. How are you?
Good, good. I want to thank you. Leah is one of our clients in a Champion Your Gifted Child program. She actually graduated today. So I'm a little sensitive and emotional about that. But, it's your job, you guys, to retire me. So the last coaching session today. So I appreciate if you're here to say a few words about the program and just sharing a little bit of your experience with the program with the gifted moms in the group. I really appreciate that.
Yes, of course. So as a background again, my name is Leah, and as a background, I have a 5-year-old son. And at the time prior to the program, I was having issues with feeling like a good enough mom. I think ever since my son was born, I've always had that issue and that doubt within myself. And then as my son grew up, I realized he is gifted. At first, I thought it was issues like autism or all ADHD, learning issues, all the things that the doctors or other people will tell you. But I just realized that he was highly gifted and that he had other issues that if I didn't learn how to deal with, then maybe could turn into other things. So my other issue on top of the confidence and the self-doubt was social interactions with my son at school, him making friends at school. So those were the two primary issues I had prior working with Laurence and being a part of this program. After and during the program, I started to gain a lot of confidence. I started to realize that a lot of things that my son was going through is just because he's highly empathetic and sensitive. He feels things more, which is why he was getting anxious about certain things that I didn't understand in the past. So working with Laurence and another mom who has a gifted child as well, it has really helped me be able to communicate my issues, because yes, we have other moms, but it doesn't mean that they completely understand what we're going through as gifted moms. So definitely I gained a lot of benefits from this program. First, the mindset. My mindset of the self-doubt. I always thought I was a bad mom, even though I did everything I could for him. She really helped me develop that mindset and gave me affirmations to do in the morning, that I am good enough, that I am doing everything that I possibly could, and that to invest in this program, that I even went further to learn more about how I could help my son. So that's definitely one of the benefits and the rewards I got. And currently, my husband's on disability. I went through my own health issues in the past, and I could easily have made any excuse to not invest in myself and to not invest in this program. But it's either invest now and make that little sacrifice now to help my child grow and develop in the proper way, being that he is gifted, or not make this investment and then suffer along the way and through the years and possibly have him grow up to not be the best version of himself that he could possibly be. So
That's amazing. Amazing testimonial. And it speaks so highly of yourself too as a mother, And it's funny because sometimes the best moms are the moms that really don't really value themselves as they should. Because you just gave us an amazing testimonial how you strive to just support your little one. And it just, it gives me, I told you I'm a little sensitive today because, because you're graduating and everything, but it's amazing how I'm so happy to see that you gained that confidence, because you are that amazing, wonderful, supportive mother, and it does change a lot of your perspective, right? When you don't doubt yourself and you just trust yourself, right? It does change how you put things together, right? How you decide for things for your child, right?
Yeah, it really, when I focused on myself and took that time every morning to focus on myself, I become a better person and mom for my son. And I know a lot of us as moms, we just want to put that attention to our kids, and I don't have time for this, I don't have time for that because of our kids. But if we really try to put that focus on ourselves first, what I've learned from Laurence, we are able to be better parents, better wives, better anything for everyone else. So
Yeah, I love it. Coaching is amazing because it talks to you a little bit about yourself, right? What are your values? How to align those values with your life, and how to ever progress, right? How ever become better, right? It's, I'm passionate about that. And it's funny because you actually came to me, your child didn't necessarily have like a lot of issues at school,
Mhm.
right? Is in a gifted school, so is being challenged. And so it was more like on the social thinking and relating to peers and your own mindset, right?
Yes. So in his previous preschool, it was a lot of the teachers coming to me saying he didn't know how to focus, he didn't know how to sit and pay attention. Um, Later realizing and coming to know that it was just because he was bored about learning, doing and learning the things that they were learning. So I went to seek out to find more advanced and challenging school for him, which the education part now in his more challenging school and gifted school is not a problem. They actually said he tests in like third grade level for being 5 years old. And so that's not the issue, but the social part I was still worried about. But the other day I asked my son, after working with you and doing the techniques and everything, I asked him what his favorite part of school was. Actually, it was just yesterday. And he's like, oh, my friends and my teachers. And he never says his friends. Like, usually he just says his teachers because he likes adults more. He can talk and relate with adults more, but he never says friends. So that was a really good win for me as a mom and going through this program.
I'm so excited. Oh my God, I'm so excited. How would you say you liked, working with me personally, like, as far as putting together some strategies for you to really come and solve the problems you had?
Like I mentioned earlier, I do have a lot of moms, coworkers who are moms as well, and friends who are moms. But it's a different experience when their child is not necessarily gifted, versus talking and doing the coaching with you. Since your child is gifted as well, it was a lot of things that we could relate on and
Yes.
just brainstorm. And they always say it takes a village to raise a child. And sometimes getting advice from your closest friends or your family when they know how to raise I guess, say normal child versus a gifted child. So it's really difficult to take advice from other people if they don't have the same experiences. But coaching with you, I definitely felt more comfortable because you experienced it yourself.
Yeah, and it's an ongoing thing, so I'm still it's amazing to connect, right, with somebody who hears you, and even for me, like connecting with you was just amazing because we have two boys about the same age, and it's amazing how we feel isolated. And when we connect this way with a fellow gifted mom, it's just that spiritual connection, right? Just, oh my God, she knows that. She feels me. She understands me, right? It's that connection too, right? That being inside of the issues that you had, because I was able to feel and understand that, right?
Yes, definitely. Yeah, it's a lot more, I guess, I don't know how to explain it, but it's just a, like you said, a better connection, but on a different and deeper level, because we were able to relate on certain things with our kids. And I just really like that experience versus telling a friend about it and they don't know what to say, or they just say, oh, that's interesting, but it's not as helpful.
I know, right? Wow, this is great. And how about talk to us a little bit about, I guess, I guess the fact that we really focused on your child and the we spent so much time discovering him and finding out about him and what he likes and what he doesn't and how he behaves when he does that and before and after, like zooming in and getting that clarity on your child, right? It's trying to remove all the lenses and really look at him to then cater what we would be putting together as actions to really, land with him, so we could have an efficient, let's say, strategy with him. So how did you like that part? Was it a little too long? Was it perfect? Was it, because we did spend a lot of time. Who
Yeah,
is he, Question mark.
I really liked it was a perfect amount of time, I feel like. We were able to first dive deep from basically since he was 1 year old when I started noticing these differences to now. And I noticed previously already his different anxieties and what makes him scared or what triggers him, but I didn't really know how to handle it. And sometimes my patience, depending on how tired I am, my patience runs short. So it was really good to go through that process so I can understand him better, to know what types of questions to ask him, to know how to handle the meltdowns a little better, and to even talk to his teachers and be open with them and say, this is exactly how he is, what triggers him, what can help him. And luckily, they've been receptive to that.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome. And what would be your feedback regarding the coaching sessions, right? The open-ended questions when you really probe him and ask him and trying to get his feedback. Did you like that part?
Yes, I definitely like that part because I got to learn more about him. In the beginning, it was hard because sometimes he'd be asking me, "Why are you asking me?" But over time,
Questions.
the more I worked with him and just continued to ask questions and really open-ended questions, he gave me answers that I then was able to investigate or even ask further. Or just observe. Like, let's say he gave me an answer that I couldn't really ask him